Welcome to your Tech News Today, where we keep you informed and empowered by giving you the latest tech stories that impact your daily life. It's Wednesday, February 13th. I'm Mike James. Coming up in just a bit, millions of account records from different websites are for sale on the dark web. We'll tell you how to find out if your information was stolen. Then, a popular new way to get around town is vulnerable to hackers, and it could lead to someone getting hurt. Plus, Target is making some changes to their app because of some sneaky price changes based on where you are. And Apple is working with the VA on a new way to help veterans access their records. We'll get started in just a moment, but first, we'd like to recognize our partners who help make these Commando podcasts possible. We start with another day, another risk of your online accounts getting into the wrong hands. It's still pretty early in the year, but you might remember the collection number 1 breach discovered in January, which exposed over 1 billion with a B unique email and password combinations. Then collection number 2 through 5 kicked in. That number went up to 2.2 billion with another B hacked accounts. And here we go again. This time, more than 600 million accounts from 16 popular websites are listed for sale on the dark web. The price? About $20,000 in Bitcoin. Hackers can buy breached data such as account names, email addresses, and passwords. At least that's what the hacker who's selling the stolen account information told the Register in the UK. Now, this person even provided the Register with samples to prove that this information was real, and it looks like it is. If there's a silver lining on this case, it's that all the passwords seem to be hashed, which means they'd still have to be cracked for another crook to be able to use them. That, and it also doesn't look like any banking information was exposed. But here's the problem with the passwords. The typical buyers of data like this are hackers who use credential surfing attacks, so that means they can crack some of the weaker passwords. They'll also try to use these exposed usernames and passwords on other sites to see if you're using the same credentials across any of your online accounts. Of the 16 hacked sites, the video messaging app Dubsmash was hit the hardest. Of the total 617 million account details that were stolen, Dubsmash makes up about 162 million of them. Another breach involved MyFitnessPal with over 150 million exposed accounts. Now you can see a list that includes the other 14 hacked sites over at Commando.com, along with more information about the breach. And we also have all the information you'll need to protect your online accounts, which includes creating unique passwords, passphrases, and how to set up two-factor authentication on certain sites. Check out Commando.com for those tips and tricks and to keep your private data secure. Well, depending on where you live, you might be seeing a lot more electronic scooters on the streets. They're becoming more popular for ride sharing. Well, now, aside from making sure you keep your balance and don't get hit by a car, you might also keep in mind some of these popular scooters are very vulnerable to hacking. This is according to tech magazine Wired. Researchers from mobile security firm Zimperium found that the Xiaomi M365 scooter has a flaw that could allow a hacker to take over some controls, like, important things, acceleration and braking. It all has to do with the Bluetooth module that bridges the communication between the e-scooter and a person's smartphone. One of the researchers said he could connect a scooter via Bluetooth without any password, then could install firmware that didn't even have to come from an official source. That means malware could easily be uploaded onto one of these e-scooters, giving attackers full control. Zimperium told Xiaomi about the problems, and their response was that they know about the issues but really can't fix them on their own because apparently they involve a third party. Now, the M365 is one of the most popular models used by ride-sharing companies in the United States, like Bird. A Bird spokesman told The Verge that they're aware of the issue, but it doesn't affect their e-scooters. At least that's what they said. Just ahead, Target is making some changes to their app after some questionable pricing tactics. And some Walgreens stores are getting smart coolers that know what you want. Right now, let me tell you about our partners at Capterra. It's been 30 years since the World Wide Web was invented, and I bet some of you are still using old, outdated software. Set yourself up for success with the new software for your business at Capterra.com. As America's digital pro, Kim gets asked about this all the time. What is the best software for someone's business? And she refers people to Capterra.com. Capterra is the leading free online resource to help you find the best software solution possible for your business and discover everything you need to know to make an informed decision. Search more than 700 specific categories of software. Everything from project management to email marketing to yoga studio management software. Join the millions of people who use Capterra each month and find the right tools for their business. Visit Capterra.com/Kim today to find the right tools to make 2019 the year for your business. Capterra.com/Kim. That's CAPTERRA.com/Kim. All right, here's an interesting way a major retailer is using your location data against you so you'll spend more on whatever you buy. KARE, an NBC affiliate in Minneapolis, began a 2-month investigation after one of their viewers said they paid $100 for an electric razor in the store at Target, but once they left the store, the Target app dropped the price to $70. So in the investigation, KARE found that if you were using Target's app while shopping in one of their stores, the prices on random products were higher than, say, if you were shopping on the Target app from home. So here's what's going on. When you download the Target app, it asks if it can have access to your location data, and once that's granted, it uses that data and geofencing to know where you are. And that includes if you're physically in a Target store. So when you go to one of the stores, the prices of items in the app change to match what they are in the store. But once you leave the store, they change to Target's online store pricing, which are cheaper in many cases. So the station reached out to Target, and they responded by saying they're making a number of changes in the app to make it easier to understand their pricing. So basically, they're not going to make their online in-store prices match. They're just going to change it to say either online or in-store price next to the price of everything in the app. The TV station also checked other big stores like Walmart and Best Buy, but didn't find any pricing differences. We've got more details on this story over at Komando.com. Are you ready to be judged when you're walking down the aisle? The ice cream aisle? Well, the next time you're shopping at Walgreens, the coolers might just be watching you. A startup in Chicago has partnered with Walgreens to test technology that targets you with ads. They're doing this by outfitting the store's freezers and refrigerator doors with tech that shows you images of what's inside the coolers. But get this, they also display ads based on your appearance. So this new tech uses cameras, motion sensors, and eye-tracking software that senses when you walk up, and once you do, their algorithms can scan your face to estimate your gender, age, and mood. Then the system combines that data with things like the time of day, how long you linger in front of the case, what you already have in your hands or in your basket, and then makes other recommendations. The startup Walgreens partnered with is called Cooler Screens. It's clever. And they've rolled out their tech through Walgreens stores in Chicago and New York City with plans to add more cities this year. But it's apparently already popular. Fast Company says sales on products advertised on the doors grew more than 20%, and even the stores outfitted with these screens had more customers come in. So from a privacy standpoint, the data collected by these smart coolers, they say, is anonymized. And Walgreens hopes you're cool with that, but there's not much you can do about the targeted advertising when visiting stores like this, short of wearing a ski mask or just basically staying away. But there are steps that you can take to put a stop to it online or at home. We've got those tips over again at Komando.com. I'm sure you've heard all the drama surrounding Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos. His personal life isn't slowing down his company one bit, and that brings us to Amazon and your personal space. You might already have some of their Echo devices scattered around your home, and yes, they're always listening. You might use a Ring Video Doorbell, which was made by a company Amazon bought last year. You might also even let Amazon delivery persons come inside your house to drop off packages while you're at work. But they're not done moving into your place just yet. Not only do they want to fill your smart home with their connected devices, now they want to take over your internet connection as well. Earlier this week, Amazon announced that they were buying Eero, a company founded in 2014 by three guys who just wanted to make Wi-Fi simple to install and easy to use, and that would cover your whole house. So they created this mesh router network to eliminate those Wi-Fi dead spots. It was a huge hit, and here we are. Kim has actually talked about this on the show several times, and you can consider this another attempt for Amazon to get ahead of their biggest competitor, since Google also has their own router. But the bigger concern is that you have these major corporations basically fighting for control of your whole connected house. And that includes your privacy, because having a router that works better with Alexa and plays nice with your other Amazon devices adds another layer of convenience. Oh, and bundling services with one company is also a real time saver, and that's what they're counting on. By the way, this week's Komando On Demand podcast is all about keeping your privacy on these internet-connected devices. You can find that on Apple Podcasts or Android by searching KOMANDO on your favorite podcast player. Coming up in just a little bit, Apple is teaming up with the VA to make it easier for veterans to get their medical records, and some new rumors about new tech Apple may have in store for this spring. Right now, a quick thank you to our friends who help make these podcasts possible. Well, we've been telling you about Apple and their continued push to the health space. They've been working with insurance providers like United Health and Aetna to subsidize the cost of an Apple Watch, and even worked with one of those providers on an exclusive app. Now they're partnering with the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs so veterans can easily access health records on their iPhones. Apple says it's the first record-sharing platform of its kind available to the VA, which provides services to about 9 million veterans across more than 1,200 facilities. And with these health records, veterans will be able to access medical information like allergies, conditions, immunizations, lab results, medications, procedures, and vitals. And as we get closer to the spring, rumors continue to swirl about Apple's updated tech that's on the way. A lot of the talk has been about the new improved AirPods. As we mentioned last month, the refreshed AirPods are rumored to come out with more of a focus on your well-being, with health monitoring functions built in, and according to a source who spoke with MySmartPrice.com, although the updated AirPods will probably look the same, they'll be less smooth and come with a coating that's easier to grip. They might also offer them in both white and black. But the bad news is they could cost up to $200. The current generation is priced around $160. There are also reports of a new iPad mini, which hasn't been updated in almost 4 years. That would make sense. And we might finally see the air-powered charging mat that Apple first showed off back in the fall of 2017. It was said to have undergone a major redesign because of overheating issues. By the way, once you're done listening to Tech News Today, do us a favor and give us a good rating wherever you're listening. It helps more people find us, and we thank you for that. Finally, for today's Komando Kicker, in the UK, a 14-month-old bulldog named Pumpkin taught herself to skateboard. After her owner posted her on social media, Pumpkin quickly became an internet sensation. Pumpkin was gifted as a skateboarder at 8 weeks old. It was almost a joke. She just learned to jump and ride it on her own. She seems to just love it and is always hanging around the garage to ride, according to her owner. Pumpkin is also wearing her hat backwards now and is thinking about getting some tattoos, so be careful. For more fun and interesting facts, go to Komando.com and search for the Komando Kicker. And that's your tech news for today. If you want to win great prizes like the Komando 2-in-1 tablet and laptop, or even a Komando Bluetooth speaker, simply become a Komando ambassador. If you love getting the Komando free email newsletters, you can share it with your friends and family who will benefit from valuable tech and the digital life hacks. Invite them to get the free email alerts, and more people you invite, the more they sign up and the more prizes you win. Just go to Komando.com/ambassador to learn more.